So, first things first. Start up your Minecraft launcher. Then look at your version you're running in the bottom here. Those who know how to get the different versions, it'll show up in this list. Whatever you're playing on right here, or you intend to play on, you're going to want to remember these numbers, 1.16.4, because that's the version of the Optifine that you're eventually going to need to download, because you can't have mismatched versions. You can't play 1.16.4 Minecraft with Optifine for 1.13, let's say. So, first step, after you remember what this number is, you're just going to want to play the game. Just start it up, because in order for Optifine to install properly, you're going to have played that version at least once, whether it's single player, online, anything, doesn't matter. You just need to have played and loaded into the game. So it's pretty simple. Just go to single player, make a new world or whatever. Put it on like creative or something. Doesn't matter. Survival, creative, adventure, hardcore, any difficulty will still work. You just need to load into the game. As you can see, we have loaded in. We got an ocean around us. This is a really bad world. Anyways, so you can see you have all your blocks. Nothing's changed because you haven't installed Optifine. If you look up here, this is your frames per second. Without Optifine, I'm getting around 200, 210 frames per second. So, what Optifine does is that boosts that. So I'm getting around 200 without it. If we just save and quit your game. Now, we will download Optifine for kind of the part 1 for shaders here with Optifine and Zeus shaders, or really any shaders you want. So, start up your browser. It doesn't matter what browser you use for the most part. And once it loads up, just go to your search bar and type Optifine, spelled like that. Hit enter. This should be the first link that pops up, optifine.net. Go to there. And once you're here, this is Optifine's website. So if you see, you can read what this does. You can donate to them if you want, because they make money that way, and then you get a cape in Minecraft too. But we're not going to donate, we're not going to do any of that. What we're going to do is download it. So, hit your downloads button. And if you hit show all versions, you can see all the versions of Optifine they have. If you're playing on a different version of Minecraft, you just need to match these numbers with whatever version of Minecraft you were earlier playing on. So, once you find the one that you're playing on, as I'm playing on 1.16.4, and this is the only version in there, this is the one I'll be downloading. Hit download. And if you see up here, it'll just tell you to wait. It'll show you an ad, because that's how they make their money. Just hit skip once it shows up, and now you have this screen. Just click download, save it to your downloads file, or downloads folder, not file, and it should be done pretty quickly. Go to your downloads folder, and drag this onto your desktop. It was still downloading, whoops. Anyways, so now that this is on your desktop, you can see 1.16.4. This is the right file. Just double click it, and it'll bring you with this. This is the installer. So it should just say whatever drive, whatever you have it named for your Windows /users/ or your name /appdata/ roaming /.minecraft. If it's not like that, you can hit these 3 dots and verify that it should be in the Minecraft spot. Just put it in here. Doesn't really matter. But it should look something like this with your name here and your Windows drive. Then just hit install. Pretty simple. You don't have to extract it or anything. Boom, done. Drag that to your recycle bin. Once you put it in your recycle bin, just moving it out of the way. Go back into your Minecraft. And once you're here, you'll notice that unlike before, there's a little arrow you can click here. Click that arrow, and you'll see your Optifine version in here. If you just play it with Optifine to kind of finish the installation of it, I guess. just go back into your world you made to test out your game mode, and then you don't even need to be in there for a while. You can just join it and then exit out the second you load in, if that's what you want to do. So once you are here, it will look pretty much the same as before because you haven't installed shaders yet, you just have Optifine. The only thing you might notice is a boost to your FPS, whether it's slightly or by 20, 30 with mine. You can see it's kind of 20 above average, kind of staying, oh there we go, 50 over where it was before I had Optifine installed. And those of you PC gamers out there who really like frames per second, you have your high refresh rate monitors, all that jazz, you'll probably appreciate having more frames per second. Anyways, back up. Quit your game. It shouldn't be started still. If you look in your taskbar, your launcher should be closed. And now we are going to go to kind of the part 3 here, I guess, on how to download and install your shaders. To download your shaders, it's pretty much the same process for any shaders, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to be using the shaders that I personally use whenever I play Minecraft. Once you have your browser started up, just go to your shaders webpage. I'm using Sonic Ether's Unbelievable shaders because they are unbelievably good. You can pay to get better ones with Patreon and stuff that look like this, but since I'm a cheapskate, I am going to be using SEUS Renewed shaders, which are free to the public. If you go to the download thing, it'll open up a new page, read this, if you agree to it, check it off, and download them. Shaders are big files, depending on how fast your internet is. It could take you a while to download them, but once they're downloaded, you can just exit out of your browser. Start up your Minecraft. Make sure you have Optifine loaded, otherwise you won't have access to a lot of the video settings that you need access to in order to install your shaders. It's starting up, almost done. There we go. You can see for sure if you're on Optifine, because it will say modded down here. Go back to whatever world you were in. Let it load. And here you are. Now, as you can probably tell, it still looks no different than your normal Minecraft because you haven't actually finished installing the shaders. You've downloaded them, but not installed. To install them, it's pretty simple. Go to your options, go to video settings, and here's where Optifine changes lots and lots and lots of things. Many of these tabs will not be available if you don't have Optifine as your version you're running, including this one, the very important shaders tab. To install your shaders, you're going to need this. Just click on it. Right here, you'll see you currently have no shaders unless you've downloaded other ones before, obviously. So, go to your shaders folder. Now, it should show up with this folder. It'll be empty by default, but when you downloaded your SEUS shaders, you should have left it open. I downloaded it twice because I had to retake something in my video. But if you go here, pretty simple. You're done. You don't have to extract it, don't have to do any of that. Just drag and drop it into your shader packs folder. It should be in this directory. Close that off. Go back to your Minecraft and pick it from the list. It should say off internal this. Just click on it. It'll load and look at that. Your game is now done with shaders. You've installed them all. The water looks nice, the sun looks nice, shadows look better, you actually look like a person, and if I just go way down here, into the dark. Grab this, can I block that off? There we go. And I'll grab myself a torch to show off the lighting with Optifine installed. If you notice, if you're playing normal Minecraft, chances are you're not going to be able to see when you're just holding a torch. You'll have to actually put it down like that. Then you'll be able to see, but because you're using Optifine, it gives off light as you're holding it. That's one of the perks of it. Oh look, there's iron. Where, see, hold on. If I am holding this, and I were to go to video settings, and shaders off. Look at that. You can't see, but you put it down. Go back, turn them on. It's this simple, by the way, just to switch between having shaders on and off. Just go to your menu. And look at that. Much, much better.